Okay, so I want to add on to what I was talking about earlier. I want to try to splice these two videos together. If not, there might be a part one and part two. But so I'm on the front porch, okay, and then what I couldn't see from up top is that this section of flashing is actually coming out of the brick. Try to zoom in, but you can see there's like a groove there that metal is supposed to go inside of it, and typically it's pretty tight up against the brick. But you can actually see that it has come loose and come out. And typically caulking is the only thing that holds it in. Maybe they could have, or maybe they did, I can't see from here, but put like adhesive behind the flashing. You know, so that was one thing that I noticed. Okay, and then another thing I noticed was some pretty significant granule loss on the shingles, and it seems to be just on the front porch here. I do have a theory as to why it's just in this location, and that is, it looks like they probably redid almost all of this brick up here, and probably from working on top of it. I'm sure they had tarps down, but you know, working on top of it, standing on it is gonna, you know, wear the granules off or knock the granules off. And you can actually see right here is where they had replaced this brick here. So this would be the old stuff, and this is the new stuff. The brick is actually, if you look really close, it's slightly different. This would be the new brick, and that would be the original. So it's very hard to tell. It looks good. So like they did, looks like they matched the bricks well. So, but the shingles here is the issue, and you know, probably is gonna be okay as far as lasting, as long as the rest of the roof, you know, it's tough to say. But like, this is the stuff that I worry about, is this hole in the shingle. And they did, you can see there's a piece of metal under there, so they slid a piece of metal underneath, and that's a decent repair because you're not relying on the caulking to you know, to last as long as the roof will. Shingles definitely, or yeah, the metal definitely will. You see there's another hole right there too. So yeah, so this here, that's from the water from the downspout here running on the roof, so that tends to wear out the shingles more you know, quicker than the rest. So so one other thing I did want to mention that I noticed as I was coming down from the other side over here is the fact that there is not the correct style drip edge, and I'll show you here. Actually, there isn't drip edge flashing at all. Oh, here's another spot where it's worn through, and that's sort of, so it's hard to get it up, but see how you can see the wood under here. So what they've done is they've had their fascia, so this piece here that's behind the gutter goes up behind the gutter, and it's just bent out at the top. And so what most manufacturers will recommend is installing drip edge flashing, and that's actually what it does is it goes under here, it goes under the shingle and back and over top of that wood, and it sticks out like this does, and and that prevents any water from following this, the surface tension falling underneath and running up under there. So this is something they used to do. You don't really see it a whole lot anymore because most manufacturers won't warranty it if you don't install it with drip edge flashing. So would I go around and install drip edge flashing at this point? No. What I would do is keep an eye on it, and when the roof needs to be replaced, make sure that it has the proper drip edge flashing, and by that time it probably will, but just want to point that out to you. So